Hi, I'm Matt, and I'm wondering, is BuzzFeed's favorite couple Merle O'Neill and Aria Intevong faking it? Let's talk about it right now.
Since I was a child, I've been naturally inquisitive, questioning anything and everything that didn't quite make sense. As I grew, I poured countless hours into a number of conspiracy theories. Some of these theories I believe, and some of these theories I don't. But some of them I do. Here I'll be studying the evidence for and against all of history's mysteries, doing the work so you don't have to. But you really should do it on your own, like check sources and all that. Okay. On today's episode.
Okay, so you might have a couple thoughts. Thoughts like, leave them alone, who cares? Why are you doing this? To which I respectively answer, no, me, and because I'm being paid to. Let's just say I'm being hired by a private party to use my investigative skills to crack this case wide open and finally get to the bottom of it. So where do we start? Maybe with the relationship in general. Perhaps you've already heard the story.
Hi, I'm Aria. I'm a production assistant.
In 2017, I met an enterprising young intern at BuzzFeed named Aria Intevong. But there was something about him that didn't appear and wouldn't appear immediately. He was devious. At first, I think we all just thought he was nice, maybe overly eager. That was kind of his thing, a nice guy, but maybe a little too nice. When finally hired, he spent much of 2018 making the most sensational videos you could imagine. I tried to sell myself in Turkey. I married a stranger in Vegas, and a bunch of videos with porn stars. Like a bunch of videos with porn stars. He knew how to make a hit, and it would appear that he would stop at nothing to do so. In 2019, Merle moved from New York to Los Angeles for work and seemed to be enjoying the single life. It's also worth mentioning that it's well documented that Merle said she wanted to stay single for at least a whole year. Aria, however, was looking for love and quite possibly desperate. The story at this point, as they'd have you believe, is that they then started to message back and forth about work stuff, eventually hitting it off, and at some point messaging about non-work stuff. Things progressed, they started to be in every video together, and then BAM! How I fell in love with a coworker in January 2020. I thought the video might have been about me, and upon watching it found out it wasn't. Anyway, they lived happily ever after. I don't know. That's the story as you know it, or as we've been told. But maybe it's not the whole truth. I, along with the lovely YouTube commenters, have compiled a couple of theories that might actually be the case. Remember when I said that Aria knows how to make a sensational video? Well, I mean it, in the best and worst way possible. The things I've seen this man do for hits. I've been behind the camera with him for a lot of it. However, the trust we built together was dashed in September 2019 with the release of I Faked Being at Work for a Week. A video in which he painstakingly faked a presence in LA and lied to his friends while he was actually in Europe. I bring this video up for two reasons. Number one, he'll do anything for a video. Number two, he's lied to me before and he may be doing it now. It's also worth noting that while he was lying to everybody for this video, one of the only people he trusted to keep his secret was Merle. Could this be another sick prank on me, their friend, and you, the wonderful viewer? Maybe. Famous fake Hollywood couples pop up all the time. I don't want to be sued, so I won't name any, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. Sometimes it's for business, sometimes it's to construct a narrative, and sometimes, like maybe in the case of Aria and Merle, they do it for the clout. Whether you believe that they're in love or not, there's absolutely no disputing that their follower counts have skyrocketed. Look, I feel gross talking about it too, but when you're taking down the charlatans, you gotta follow the money, or in this case, a different kind of currency. Now this one is purely from the commenters, not me. But some people believe that Aria, Merle, and BuzzFeed got in a room, drew up a contract, and manufactured one of America's greatest love stories. For the record, I don't think this is true. BuzzFeed Incorporated has been nothing but good to me as a director and producer. I think that the only influence that the company has had on the couple has been placing them on a team together, constructing a seating chart that sat them next to each other, and then putting them in video after video for a calendar year. But it's important to mention if any of these theories are true, there could be little to if any consequences. So I wanted to do the right investigation. So I made a couple phone calls to those closest to the couple. Rachel, Merle's best friend, Fernando, Aria's best friend, and Jack, Aria's cameraman.
Hello.
Hello, is this Rachel?
Yes.
Hello?
Hi, is this Jack?
It sure is.
I guess I know that because your phone number is in my phone.
Matt Radall, when was the last time we spoke?
I don't know, maybe when we went to Area 51.
We have to go see what it is.
No, we don't! We don't have to see what it is!
I'm doing a lot of research on Merlia. Are you familiar?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the relationship's fully fake.
For real? So the first theory we have is that this is another fake video. What do you think about that?
That's a scary theory. I wouldn't put it past Aria to be that dedicated to something.
I think he is crazy and would totally do something like this.
Oh, I know he'll do anything. There's been video ideas he's had that have gotten shot down from BuzzFeed and others that are wild stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I also think it's like a year.
He's trained for 4 months.
Yeah.
He's capable. It's the biggest con of all time, and I think that's the most attractive thing to Aria.
If you're into that type of thing.
And we know he is.
Yeah, no, and maybe Merle is too. You know she's crazy too.
Well, the second theory is that it's all for the followers, baby. People
Yes.
fake relationships.
Hannah Montana did it back in 2009.
Sure.
She had a fake relationship with, I forgot that character's name. It was messy at the end. It was like maybe the first 2 seasons of the show. You should definitely go do some research on that.
I don't think I will. Anytime you guys are hanging out, anytime they mention, oh, look at how many followers we've gotten out of this, and then like maybe high five or something like that. We know people who might do this for
Right.
followers,
Yeah.
but are they them?
I don't think them two would be the crazy people that would only do it for the followers.
I feel like they're both pretty humble about their followers. They like having followers. It just kind of happened to be that they started dating and people were really invested in the relationship.
The third and final theory, BuzzFeed has contractually obligated them to be in a relationship.
This is my favorite one.
Well, I don't know where you're getting all these theories, Matt.
I don't think ever they would be like, sign this and do this. But I think they'd be like, oh my god, this would be so cool. You guys should totally do this. And then there's some type of like unspoken pressure to do it. And if
Okay.
there's a contract, I hope they're making a lot of money.
So, Rachel, you're saying you don't think it's fake at all?
I'm saying I know it's not fake.
It's fully genuine.
I see them together and hang out with them all the time, and they're very, very much in love.
He'll open the door for Merle. I mean, like, car door.
Interesting.
Like, he'll run over to the passenger side and open the door for her, let her in, and then scurry on back to the driver's seat. And he does that every time.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't do that with my girlfriend. Do you?
No.
Do I think it's fake? No, I do think they were encouraged by several factors around them, but they're both so great together. I love them together, and I don't think they'll ever break up because I think they are a perfect match. And I do believe that. I genuinely do believe that.
Maybe they're just young kids having a good time.
Yeah,
And it's all gravy, baby.
absolutely. And if it cocomes with some extra followers, some money, hey,
All right.
and
Then
sex, and great sex, I assume. to
well,
mix it up.
okay. Well, there you have it. It being something more to think about. But where does that leave us? Are we any closer to understanding the mystery of Merlia? Are they just a couple of cute kids who found a way to make their romance work for them? Or are they part of a more sinister plot intent on pulling the collective wool over your and my eyes? I think perhaps maybe a million YouTube commenters before me might have said it best. It's none of our business. And once this check clears, it'll literally be none of my business, and I'll return to reveling in the fact that my friends, who both deserve someone who deeply cares for them and shares their common interests, seem happy. Congratulations. I will say though, if this is a prank, Aria, I've been told that I can't legally threaten to kill you, but we won't be friends anymore probably. Okay?